This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Giants. The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for his start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. He's at the 50. 30. 10. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Chiefs. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jones looking to throw right away. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go. Oh, here we go.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Wait. 11.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rolling. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a pretty good burst there as they'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
21.
Jet sweep. Garoppolo taps it forward. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And 22 more yards there and another first down. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Touchdown! Juwan Jennings. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Garoppolo looking to throw for him. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, it may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 46 yards. And the Chiefs have cut the lead back down to 2.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And here's Edwards-Helaire. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. The defense stands tall, and they're going to hold on to their 8-6 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Here we go, here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Garoppolo. This will be caught at Samuel. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. Play action, Garoppolo. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Deion Bush Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now a Louisiana native is starred nearby LSU. It's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
A gain there of 21 yards. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster on the touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon.
The Chiefs will set up for the 23.
Mahomes will throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
Washington now brings this out. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Winston and the Saints now with a first and 10 at the 31-yard line. On On play action, they'll throw. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
26 yards. That's good for a Saints.
They run it again with Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 41, Winston. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans!
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Lutz with the extra point. And this is now a 1-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Mahomes, and this one caught by Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce,
Touchdown! Travis Kelce, 79 yards.
and the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Butker now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
First thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
41 yards rushing.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's got some space here. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. A big play there out of Kamara. 79 yards on the ground. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to...
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Winston to throw for it. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here, a long way to go. Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Into the hands of Smith-Schuster on the crossing pattern. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the 17, Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster on the touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let touchdown, New Orleans!
That kick return TD is 98 yards in length.
And the Saints are able to move back in front.
They'll look to throw. It's complete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it, and in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
151 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On second down, Kamara. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. A carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton.
Taken down by Pete Werner.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
Down inside the 10.
Touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 44 yards.
And the Chiefs have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
And here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out.
You know, sometimes the guy that has a good feeling, a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
Third and short yardage. Winston. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
180 yards rushing for him now.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Each and every time, won't you?
On play action, Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Frank Clark able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Got to give the offensive coordinator credit there. He got right into the head of the defensive coordinator because right on the heels of the sack on second down, he figured they were going to come at him hard again. And so he went ahead and hit a brilliant call. Screen pass works well enough. They're able to pick up a first down. That's one way to keep that defense at bay.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Meanwhile, Winston throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Kamara try the right side. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Winston. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive to last into double-digit snaps. You need to score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Mahomes to throw it. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Mahomes. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Mahomes will throw.
And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Mahomes to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.